Okay, guys, we're recording and thank you for getting on. This is my first training of the title training series that I'm doing. And we're going to start today with Essential and Certified Consultants, which means either you just joined Sensi or maybe you've joined Sensi not too long ago. Maybe you've been with Sensi a little while, but you've just kind of been feeling stagnant or you don't know what to do, you need clarity, direction. So I'm going to go over a few things with you guys today that take notes and really think about what I'm saying, because if you're looking to grow in this business and really create a business with residual income, it's not easy. And this is a learned business though, okay? Know that this is a learned business, and whatever you put into this business is what you'll get out of it, truly. So there's a few things that I feel like are super important for Essential and Certified. First things first, no matter what, everybody should be having a launch party. Okay. So even if you joined 5 months ago, if you joined a year ago and you have not had a launch party, it's still okay to have a launch party. Sometimes, you guys, I will be doing coaching calls with more seasoned consultants. I'm talking superstar consultants, and they just maybe took a step back from their business for a while, and I will definitely recommend to them, why don't you have a relaunch? So that is something that you can do throughout your business. But starting off, no matter what, even for consultants that just want to get their Sensi at a discount and are not really looking for major growth, um, I think everybody should have a launch party no matter what. Um, I used to really say that home parties, home launch parties, face to face, in person parties were the best, because, Scentsy is a product where you can kind of see it and smell it and touch it and understand it better that way. Um, but because of social distancing and all this stuff that we're going through, really we've had to heavily rely on online launch parties. So I do 30-minute online parties, period. And for anybody that joins under me personally, I will do your online launch party for you. And the reason I do that is because I want you to start off on the best foot possible. And I want you to see what I'm doing during that launch party. So when you go to book your own parties, you can see how easy this 30 minutes was, and that you can kind of start doing it the way that I did it and then make it your own over time. Okay. So a launch party is pretty much that you are jumping off on your business and you are showing everybody what Sensi is. So Sensi is big. Sensi's been around for a long time, but I meet people every single day that have no idea what Sensi is. No idea. I mean, my neighbor had no idea what Sensi was. And I mean, it's incredible. So it's still getting out there. There's plenty of room and opportunity and growth for everybody, I promise. Okay. So when you're launching your business, one of the first things that I have you do is create a Frankie list. And I would say about half and half. Half people will create the Frankie list and half people will not, and just say, like, oh, I don't know that many people, so I'm not going to list all these people. But the reason why it's so important, you guys, is because when you create that Frankie list, the Frankie list is not put in place to help you think of the people that you are the closest with, that you see daily, that you feel the most comfortable with. That's not what it's there for. Frankie is an acronym, and it stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids association, internet friends, and extraordinary people, meaning people that right off the bat would do really great with this business, or just has a great personality. You think that they should join Sensi as well, pretty much. Okay, so that is there to just help you think of the people that you know, not the people that you're close with. Frankie list is to just help you think of all you think instantly, like, I don't know that many people. It's one of the first things I hear with everybody when I'm coaching, right? Or when somebody's joining, or when somebody wants to join, but they're unsure because they say, I don't know that many people. And I'm like, you know what? Neither do I. I mean, now I know a lot of people because I've built my business, and I've networked with so many people. But honestly, when I started, I had 3 people come to my launch party. It was my sister, my best friend, and my best friend's mother. I made $129 off of my launch party, and I invited all of my closest family and friends. 3 people showed up. Now, if I let that determine if I was just going to give up and quit and say, "Oh, I don't know enough people," then I wouldn't be here. But I decide back then we used to call it a list of 100, and that seems very uh that seems very direct sales like, and just I don't like that because you may not come up with 100 people, right? But when you think of that Frankie list in each letter, it's going to help you think of the people that you know. Okay. So write those names down. All right. Now, your launch party is only the people you're starting off because you want to introduce Sensi and why you join Sensi to your closest inner circle. You're just going to have them get on board. Okay. You're not going to, I do not recommend ever having a launch party and going on social media and inviting every person that you've ever met in your life, adding them to the invite just because you hope that, the more people that see this, that accept the invite and come, the higher sales you'll get because you may get some sales from inviting everybody, but honestly, what it's doing for you in the long run is not worth it. Like you need to create credibility and trust and not be that salesy person. And when you do that right from the jump, you are creating that scammy, salesy, let me get in your pocket. I haven't talked to you in forever. Let me add you to this party. Okay. So don't do that. Um, so you're going to start your business off with your closest family and friends. That's what you're going to do. You start with your inner circle. That's your launch. Okay. And I suggest at your launch party, looking around, talking to your closest family and friends and having, um, I mean, as many as possible, but I always say try to walk away with two parties from your closest family and friends. Like they'll buy from your launch party, and then you say, you know what? Why don't you just get a few people together? Because even like my sister, she brought it to work with her. I mean, I know a lot of my sister's friends, and her relatives are my relatives, right? But she brought it to work with her. I gave her a tote, like a little basket party. She brought it to work with her, and I got a ton of new customers that way because she shared it with her friends at work and her customers, and it instantly 7 to 10 new people right there. Okay. My mom brought it to work with her. My mother's a nurse. 7 to 10 people right there that I didn't know the day before. You know what I mean? So try to get a party booked with at least 2 of your closest family and friends from your launch party. Now, what you're going to do at your launch party is you're just going to tell your closest family and friends why you decided to do this. And you really want to tell your audience, meaning social media. Okay. Social media is a free platform, you guys. And most of us do not get out on a daily basis to get face to face time with people. I mean, if it weren't for social media, I probably wouldn't have this business because um, I look at my social media and I'm like, I'm friends with 1,400 people. Granted, a lot of them are Sensi people, but like it's people that I've met through, in town, through my kids, internet friends, people that I've never even met that I'm friends with on social media that buy from me, that host with me. And if it weren't for that, you guys, like, when would I get the time to meet face to face and network with people? Never. I'm not even, it's funny because you guys may think I'm an outgoing person, but I'm not. I like to be by myself. I'm so in my own world and in my own corner. Like, I'm a homebody. I do not get out and socialize like that at all. And I haven't for a long time. So thank God for social media. Okay. It's free. So what you also need to do when you're first starting out is tell people what Sensi is and do it consistently. Social media is it's a very huge, it's a big asset for your business, but you got to use it the right way too. So make sure you're not posting links. Do not post links because it's like a no-no with social media, because that means you're inviting your audience to leave Facebook or Instagram. And Facebook and Instagram, owned by the same people, they don't like that. They don't want you taking their audience elsewhere. So they see that and they automatically say, I'm not going to show all of her friends this post because she's telling them to leave, my platform. So don't do that. Try to be as authentic and genuine as possible. I definitely suggest, if you haven't already, even if you joined months ago and you haven't done it yet, it is okay. You can relaunch your business at any time, you guys, anytime, even as a director and above. So I would say, um, tell your audience the best that you can why you joined Sensi, because Sensi is direct sales, multi-level marketing. And a lot of people think like, oh, that's just a phase. Like, she's not going to stick with that. Because I see so many people on my social media, right, that are selling something 1 minute, and then 2 weeks later, you hear nothing about it. And then 3 weeks later, it's another direct sales company. And you're like, okay. So a lot of people have that kind of idea of what we do, right? And that we're just selling and selling and pushing and messaging and blah, 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 blah. And we're going to prove them by doing all of these things the right way. That's not how we are. Okay. So if you can tell your audience as much as you can, like you could say, I joined Sensi because I like candles and I like smelly things and, whatever. But really think about why you're here. Why are you here? What do you want from this opportunity? And that's the message that you really want to relay to your family, your friends, and your audience. Be vulnerable and put that out on social media, because instead of people looking at you like, oh, here we go, here's another direct sales girl, right? If you say, like, I'm doing this because it gives me a chance to stay home, but make money and have more time with my kids. And I really see the value in this opportunity, or these products are safe and I really stand by them. People can get behind that when they know why you're doing this, right? But if you're just like, I like smelly things, or, something so generic like that, and you really don't want to open up, then people are just like, okay, people can get behind you and be more emotionally invested into this with you when you are honest about why you're doing this, which leads me into your why. Okay. Know very, very, very clearly when you're doing this, why you're doing this. All right. Because, guys, it's not going to be easy. You're building a business from the ground up. You're starting off at the bottom with the least amount of information, from this point forward. And you feel confused, overwhelmed, a lot of doubts. Can I do this? The answer is yes, you can do this. If you know why you're doing this and you're firm in that, okay? Like, I want to do this to not have to put my children in daycare. Then remember why you're doing this. So when it gets hard, because the best thing about this business is you don't have a boss. But the worst thing about this business is you don't have a boss, because you don't have anybody holding you accountable, holding your hand, and making sure that the work is getting done. Okay. So it is up to you to hold yourself accountable. And what holds you accountable is knowing why you're doing this and setting goals. Okay. Have goals. You've got to have goals, because if you have nothing that you're working toward, like, oh, I want to get certified. And if you're certified, okay, I want to book 2 parties a month. Okay. Have those goals, because that's what you're working toward. Right. And don't give up until you meet those goals. They don't have to be big and scary. Make them measurable and attainable. Okay. Make them measurable and attainable. So, like, okay, I'm now, if you're essential right now, goal number one, certified. Get certified. Okay? Get certified and try to make that within like a month. If you are certified, think about what you want from this business. What does that look like? If you're like, all right, I want to make $500 a month, okay? Well, then you have to look at your calendar and think, how many parties am I going to book a month? What kind of parties am I going to do? Okay? Like, think about how you want to work your business, and sales, where your sales are coming from every single month. Okay. So you had your launch party, people placed orders. You want to, when people place those orders, you want to send a handwritten thank you note to them. Thank you so much. The customer service is such a big part of not just growing your customer base and expanding, but also keeping your customers with you, new and old. Customer service will create loyal customers. Okay. So make sure that you're sending out handwritten thank you notes. Now, if somebody orders through my website, just randomly, I always have a link open under my own name, because whether you're here to grow a big business with residual income or you're just looking to get your Scentsy at a discount, you should be opening up a party under your own name every single month. Okay. Because you're going to have orders being placed through you that are not under a party. Like your sister that ordered from your launch party, she may be like, oh, I need more wax. Right. So you're not going to place a single order. No, open up a party and make sure that her order goes under your party, because you'll start accruing host rewards just like a host would. Right. And once your party reaches $200 in sales or more, then it's a qualifying party. And then you get host rewards to start building up your stock. Okay. So make sure you always have a party open under your own name so you can start getting your Scentsy free and half off. The things that I want you guys to focus on as Escential and Certified is making sure that you're getting your Scentsy free and half off. Okay. And is really branding yourself and putting yourself out there for your audience, okay? Because you cannot just rely on the people you launched your business with, your closest family and friends. You will never be able to grow any further if all you rely on is your closest family and friends, okay? So what do you do from there? How do you meet more people? Parties, okay? So like I said, try to get a party or two booked through your closest family and friends at your launch party, right? And then when I do other parties, like if I'm doing my sister's party and I'm meeting all these people, I reach out to those people. I send them a handwritten thank you note with the orders that they've placed. And in every thank you note, no matter what, right, I give an incentive to book more parties. And how you do that is when you get host rewards. So once you have a qualifying party of $200 or more in sales, you get $20 in free credit, you get one half off item of your choice, and then you get a perpetual party reward. Scentsy has the perpetual party reward in place to help you book parties. Okay. Now it's a deal, it's a special, it's an incentive, it's a promotion, it's a personal promotion. So you cannot announce it publicly on social media, because Scentsy, the company, doesn't offer, whatever promotion you're offering, but they do put it there so you can use it. You just have to offer it privately. Okay. So me personally, I will say, like, if, thank you so much for placing the order under, Cheryl's, my sister, under Cheryl's party. It means the world to me and my family. I would love for you to get your next order for free and half off. And to make it worth your while, I'll even throw in a free mini warmer of your choice. All you have to do is schedule a day to do a quick, convenient 30-minute online scent event with your closest family and friends. Okay. Now I'll send that out in the mail. And then 1 week later, I'll follow up with them to say, hey, did you get my thank you? I can't, thank you so much. It's a system that I have. Systems are important. So it's a system. I follow up with them to make sure that they got my handwritten thank you. And hey, by the way, did you also see my incentive for the month of May? So if you, want to get your Scentsy for free and half off and get a free mini warmer of your choice, book a 30-minute online scent event with me in May. So I'm creating a sense of urgency by saying May, you got to use it in May, right? You got to book the party in May. And the promotion is the perpetual party reward. So, I host coach them, blah, 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 blah. And I let them know, like, okay, we've got to hit $200 in sales for you to start accruing host rewards when we have your party. But don't worry, because we're going to aim for 500. So we need to get 7 to 10 confirmed guests. Only invite your closest family and friends. But I want you to send a text message to each and every one of them. And then once you do, let me know and I'll set up the event online. Okay. And so that happens, right? And then you say, All right. So once we hit, you can determine the amount in which you'll give them the perpetual party reward. Okay. But once you hit $200 in sales, you guys, you automatically get that perpetual party reward, right? But they're getting rewards from Sensi too. So in order for me, the perpetual party reward is you paying 50% of whatever you offer. Sensi pays 50% and you pay the other 50%. So a mini warmer usually does the trick, to be completely honest. So pretty much I'm paying $10, right? And I usually have them, I tell them, let's reach $350 in sales. Once we do, then you're also going to get that mini warmer that you want from me. So when I go to close their party, I will use that perpetual party reward and let them pick the mini warmer that they want. Okay. But I let them know ahead of time, you guys, like you got to get $200 in sales to start accruing rewards from Sensi. And the more orders, the higher the rewards. And then if you want to get that promotion, right, then what we have to do, we're going to reach 350 in sales. So the way to do that is to invite 7 to 10 of your closest family and friends. And then once you have sent them each a text message, let me know, and then I'll set up the online party. Okay. So what you should be focusing on right now is getting your name out there, consistently sharing the products and what Sensi is. Start from the beginning, you guys. Most people don't know what it is. Sensi is non-toxic, chemical-free, pet and child-safe home fragrance. I also say it's decor too, because I have probably 17 warmers in my house, and it's decor to me. I love to decorate my house with Sensi, and that's what people love to see from me. People ask me all the time, "Can you show me that warmer?" Or when I post just like a picture of how I'm using Sensi in my house, then a lot of times I will get messages because somebody wants that warmer because they saw how I used it in my house. So if you can use real life images, how you use Sensi, then that goes such a long way. If you don't have an image, what you can do is go to Google image search. You can go to Facebook image search. You can go to Instagram image search. You see what I'm saying? And you can see anybody's photos. Type in the product and it will pull up. You can crop it. Just make sure it doesn't have that person's, email or name on it. But if I don't have an image, I'm not going to go to the workstation first to get a stock photo. I'm going to go search for something on the internet that looks like more of a home photo. Okay. Because that is more eye appealing. So as a newer consultant, you want to launch your business with your closest family and friends. You want to have goals that you can work toward and that hold you accountable. Okay. And you want to know why you're doing this. Think about it. Think about why you're doing this. Okay. You want to create that Frankie list of everybody that you know, not that you're friends with. You want to be able to share Sensi consistently on social media. You can even schedule your posts like a week out in advance. If you need help with you're not sure what to post or how to post, we just did an amazing challenge in February called February Fire, and we did a post every single day on a different product. So you can search our team page and you can just type in the search bar February Fire, and you're going to find almost all of our products and a different post about it every single day, which is incredible. So take advantage of that, you guys. And if you're feeling stumped, go to February Fire on our team page and post and keep posting and keep posting. Okay. Because if you're not talking about it and you're not excited about it, you're not going to create interest from anybody. Okay. People will not beat down your door because you told them once that you sell Sensi. This is a job. So you have to be excited about it and share it. And you can even look at the catalog and pick a few things that you really, really love and talk about it over and over and over again. Make a post about it, then share it in your stories. And then you can kind of see in your stories who's following along, right? You can do engaging posts so people can, answer a question or they respond like, which one do you like better, this one or that one? And, create that interest and engagement, right? So When you're starting out, you guys, you want to be very intentional with what you're posting and what you're doing. Okay. If you want to do samples, absolutely do samples. Okay. But before samples, samples should be helping you get foot traffic and creating new interest. Okay. So if you want to pick like your top three scents, let's say, um, what you want to do is make some samples. You don't have to do the big fancy molds. You can literally cut it up with a crinkle cutter. Take an image, take a picture of all your samples and a great description of them and say, I have 15 samples ready to go, ready to be dropped in the mail. Who's looking for a free scent bomb in your mailbox, right? Now, you could have 50 of them, but what you're doing is saying, I only have 15. So if you want it, message me, let me know. Okay. You can send out more. But then once you send those samples out, you guys, you've got to follow up a week later. You have to, because if not, you're wasting your time and your money. Okay. I used to leave samples everywhere, everywhere with my business card, hoping and praying that somebody would pick it up and place an order. I'll tell you, not many people did. So I was wasting my product and I was wasting my time, wasting my money. Okay. You want to be able to follow up with anybody that you send anything to. When I send out my thank yous, I told you I put a promotion in because I'm trying to book parties too. Right. So sharing, right? Sharing constantly. This is new for you. This is new for your audience. So keep telling them what Scentsy is. Tell them what Scentsy is. You could do, and it's not just about Scentsy. Show people who you are because people are only going to buy, host, or join you if they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Okay. So that's why those spammy, salesy, like links, here's this product, here's the link. That's for the birds. Okay. Show people who you are because when people know that you're a normal person, just like they are, right? Or they see how I decorate with Scentsy in my house, people know me and they know my style and they know how I'm quirky and just normal. They're more apt to message me and buy from me than somebody that's just putting up a link in a stock photo. Okay. So think about who you are. So I would say 7 days out of the week, let's talk about social media, right? I would say 3 to 4 days out of the week, just be yourself and think about your brand, who you are, what makes you, because you are your brand, you are your business. Okay. So think about what you're sharing about yourself because all those people you're friends with on social media, they're watching you. So if you're talking about your kids, how many people do you know on social media that have kids? That's relatable. I talk about coffee all the time. You know why? Because I love it, but it's also relatable. I talk about my weight loss all the time. You know why? Because that's who I am. It's a big part of who I am right now, and it's relatable. Okay. So then when I go to post about Scentsy, people feel like they know me, right? They know me, they like me, and they trust me. So it's not just about the product, but it's about half and half. So you can do about 3 to 4 posts a week about yourself and your brand and then 3 to 4 posts, you choose about Scentsy and the product. Okay. And use real images and use your real words about it and why you like it and why they would like it. Okay. So if you've had your launch party, then the first thing that you should be doing always is front loading and follow up. You need to follow up with every single customer that orders with you because, again, you want to create a loyal customer base. Okay. So following up is so huge. I start my follow up system with the thank you. If somebody places an order, right? But you want to make it simple for yourself, you guys. You do not need to be doing crazy things all the time to be successful. If somebody orders through my PWS, I'll get the email notification. I'll email them right then and there. And I'll say, thank you so much. I can't wait for you to get your order. Keep your eye on the mail. I'll be sending you something the beginning of the month. So I only send thank yous out once a month, not every week. I don't have time to be running to the post office all the time. I send out mail once a month. The beginning of the month, I take time for my business, no coaching calls, nothing. And I will sit down and pull up a list of everybody that's ordered from me in the past month. Okay. And then I'll send them a thank you, a sample, and an incentive or a promotion to book a party. Okay. So then when I follow up a week later, I have a list of everybody that I've sent mail to. I follow up a week later on, let's say Tuesdays, I do my follow up and I'll say, hey, just wanted to make sure you got your order, that you like it, you're satisfied. Did you see the new sample that I gave you? Did you have a chance to sniff it or use it or whatever? And also, instead of paying full price next time you're going to need wax, let's get a few girls together and have a super easy and convenient 30-minute scent event. So you can get everything that you want for free and half price instead. And I'll even offer you X, Y, and Z. Okay. So always go for the party, you guys, because if you're just functioning and growing your business off of follow up, that's great, but you're not going to grow because you're just going to be here with the same people. Okay. So everybody knows 7 to 10 people that you don't. Booking parties is so important. The best thing is you get to determine what kind of parties, when you want to book your parties, how you want to book your parties. That's you. You are your own boss. Okay. But listen, if you want sales and you want to meet new people, which you have to grow, you have to meet new people to grow. You cannot function and grow off of your inner circle. You cannot. Okay. Meeting new people is crucial. So I have a planner, and every month I open up the planner and I look at the days that I know I can book online parties. And I highlight those days. And what I do is I reach out to my best customers. First I reach out to my best customers. Hey, why don't we get you on the books for next month so you can get the stuff that you want for free and half off? Next, I'll reach out to people that are messaging me and just saying, or people I follow up with, I'm going to need new wax. Do you have a party open? Yes, I do. I have a link that you can order through, but why pay full price? Why don't you just, get what you want and get a few people together and not pay anything? So even if somebody wants to place an order, I offer the party instead. Okay. The party instead, instantly, because you're helping them. You're helping them by offering them a party. Okay. You want to be able to give, it's going to help you because that person knows 7 to 10 people you don't know. Right. And then you're bringing them into your customer base because you're sending them a handwritten thank you at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. And then you're reaching out to them after to make sure that they like what they've, ordered. They're happy with their order. Did they get the sample? Also, keep in mind, next time you need an order placed, let's just get a 30-minute scent event planned. Boom. Okay. So the parties keep rolling and rolling. You should want to know where your sales are coming from every single month. Okay. I personally try to book 4 to 6 30-minute online parties every single month. I'm aiming for 2,500 PRV every month. It's completely up to you. Again, think about your goals and what you want from this. I think about my big long-term goal over a year, like, okay, this is what I want to achieve in this year. And then I break it down monthly. Okay. So this month I want 2,500 PRV. So, all right, I'm going to try to break that down into, let's say, 500 PRV parties. You know what I mean? Break it down that way, you guys. But if you're like, okay, I don't know like how to book a party, whatnot, that Frankie list that you created, you can create a message and just say, hey, I don't know if you have seen, but I just joined Scentsy and I'm just looking to get my name out there and get some free products in everybody's hands just for trying. So I'd love to, get you and just a few friends and family together for a super easy and convenient 30-minute scent event online. And to make it worth your while, I'll even throw in a free mini warmer of your choice. Okay. It doesn't have to be word vomit. You're not going to talk about qualifying amounts in that message. You can do that when you're host coaching, but sales is your number one focus right now as an essential and certified consultant. Sales. And you may have people, I've had essential and certified consultants that are sponsoring right away. Maybe their best friend is like, what do you want? What are you doing? I'll do it with you. That's fine. Then reach out to your sponsor or your director to help you at that point. But right now, I do step-by-step training because I want it to be very clear to you. And I want you to feel as confident as you can be with what you're doing. Okay. You're not going to be confident right off the bat. What will help bring you confidence is taking action and just doing it. And then you're going to see, wow, that wasn't that bad. Okay. We've all had to start in the same place, you guys, and start and do these things. They may not be the most comfortable, thing for you to do, but I promise you it's what brings in results. So you can create, if you need help with a kind of a message, please let me know. I'm happy to just kind of give you an example of what that would be. And you can even use that. But this is a numbers game. So if you want to book 5 parties a month, they say 1 out of every 10 people will say yes to booking a party. So if you're like, okay, I want to book 2 parties, and you're like, nobody wants to party. I hear it all the time. Nobody wants to party with me. Nobody wants to host. Nobody wants to host. I've asked everybody, how many people did you ask? 5. That's not enough. That's not enough. I'm honestly saying, ask everybody. And the most likely that it will happen is because you create a sense of urgency by saying, well, you offer an incentive with the perpetual party reward, and you offer that incentive with a sense of urgency by saying, you will get this promotion if you book a party in the month of May. Okay. Because if you don't, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. I'll let you know when things calm down. But no, well, if things got to calm down by May, because I'm not offering it to you after that, that's really like your verbiage is important. And like I said, it's a numbers game. Okay. So if you're going to try to fill holes in your calendar and front load, that means getting your parties booked ahead of time. It's the worst feeling in the world when you're in the month of and you don't have any parties planned and you're just kind of winging it. And you're like, I don't even know where my sales are coming from. I'm going to start reaching out to everybody, or I'm going to reach out to my mother and my sister and my best friend, even though they just ordered. You're going to feel like you've exhausted all of your avenues. You're going to be like, I can't do this. These people just ordered from me. You shouldn't be doing that. Okay. We have to meet new people to grow. We have to. And there's a lot of ways to do that. I mean, if you're out face to face with people, great. But even with that, you guys, like, I may meet face to face at the rate of meeting somebody, building a connection, bringing them to social media, us connecting that way. I mean, maybe one person out of every 3 months. That's not quick enough or enough for me to continue to grow my business. So meeting new people, I mean, we are a party planning business. So meeting new people, 7 to 10. If I'm booking 5 to 6 parties a month, that's a lot of new people. I add them right into my business, my thank you. I add them to my social media. I want them to see who I am as a person, that I am relatable. Because again, when people know you, like you, and trust you, they will buy, host, and join you. Okay. So from the beginning, you're creating the interest. Okay. Share Sensi, talk about it. If you're not talking about it and you're not sharing it, then, there's not even your whole audience. Do you know that only about 8% of your audience actually sees what you post on a daily? 8%. So not everybody sees. You're not being annoying. Just talk about it normally, but talk about it with excitement, because when you're excited, your audience will see that and they'll be interested. And the more you talk about it, it will catch on. On average, somebody has to see something 7 to 10 times before they're interested. 7 to 10. So if you're only posting once in a while, they probably didn't even see that post. And you're like, nobody wants to buy from me. But very clearly understand that social media is a major asset, but it is not income producing. It's not what is going to book your parties. What is going to book your parties and where you are going to get like income producing activity from is personal outreach, is asking somebody one-on-one. You can put out feelers, right, on your social media about, oh, did you know that you can get free Sensi booking a party? Did you know my last host? I'll take a picture of my host's rewards, be like, how much do you think they paid for this? To kind of get engagement. But I never will put something out on social media and just like cross my fingers and hope somebody reaches out to me and saying, okay, I want to book a party. That's not going to happen. So it really is going to take you getting outside of your comfort zone. But right now, as an essential and certified consultant, for sure, focus on sales, where your sales are coming from every single month, and know that. Okay. And if you're doing a party and you're not sure, guys, this is a big learning phase for you. Even I still learn all the time. If you want to know how to do your business and do it good, show up to meetings, show up to trainings, and look at you guys, you're here right now. Show up to trainings, show up to meetings, and take time for personal development. If you're like, I don't know how to do an online party, well, there are 1 million videos on the training center. There's videos on our team page, and there's a million videos on YouTube. That is how I trained myself. So don't sit in one spot because you're like, I don't know. We're all adults and we have the tools and resources in our hands to go and find it. Okay. So what is going to push you and motivate you is your goals and why you joined. Okay. That's number one. What's going to create interest outside of your inner circle is by sharing Scentsy consistently. Consistency is what is going to drive you in this business from the day you join until the day you have a team of 5,000 people. You have to be consistent. Okay. So foot traffic interest is you sharing who you are, what is your brand, creating connection and, being relative and relatable to other people. And sharing the products. What is Scentsy? What do you do? How is it wax? Is it a flame? Like people still don't know. Share Scentsy all the time. Okay. And then knowing where your sales are coming from, front loading and follow up. Okay. Every single person that you send a sample to, every single person that places an order with you, follow up and create that connection and relationship with your customers so they continually come back to you and order from you. And then they eventually host parties. Okay. And then front loading, I'm telling you guys, when you have your sales down every month, you're going to have more time to do other business building things, but your sales, there's the 3 legs of success, 3 things that you need to focus on. And right now, I'm only suggesting that you really focus on 2 of them. In order, it's sales, okay, which is sales and partying. Number 2 is recruiting. And number 3 is training. It means training your new teammates and training yourself. What I think you should focus on right now is sales, number 1. And number 2 is training yourself. That's what you should focus on. Learning as much as you can about what you want to do with this business, holding yourself accountable, and doing the work. Okay? Sales, sales, sales. So that is what I suggest as an essential and certified consultant right now. Make goals, stick to them, and focus on your sales, booking parties. You can only grow so far. If you're not booking parties, you're going to you may be able to maintain, but you're not going to grow. I promise. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. So if you have any questions, you think about anything after this recording, I will post it on the team page and you can type in your question. Stephanie, are you raising your hand?
Yeah, I was. I just have some questions about the following up.
Yep.
So I have regular people that are always ordering from me. Mm-hmm. And I'm always sending them thank you cards. Should I be doing that with the same people all the time? Like just sending thank you cards? Like I feel like they're ordering from me every 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just send them thank you cards like all the time?
Well, I only do mail outs once a month. So as soon as they place an order, well, 2 things. If they're ordering 2 times a month, are they hosting parties, number 1? And number 2, yes, how come they don't join?
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, you're always ordering. Why don't you join me? Like, and I mean, I even have like a shopping link open for them. This is something new that I've tried. And one girl, she's like she was over like 300 in sales. And I was like,
Wow.
girlfriend, if you can, if you can do this, I'm like, all you have to do is join. You don't have to do anything. You just got to post like once, once a day.
Even if she just wants to get her own
I,
Scentsy free,
I
I mean,
know,
she doesn't have to do
I
just
know.
for fun.
And it's just like, she's always ordering from me. It's the same girl, and I'm
Yeah,
trying so hard. And even one of her friends was like, you should just sell it. And I'm like,
yeah.
that's what I said. But I did get an order from someone in North Carolina, but she only left her email. So I did email her like right away. I don't
Mhm.
know how she found me. I can't find her on Facebook. No, none of my friends know her. So I don't know if it was just like a random thing.
Okay, be
Um,
very careful. When did that happen?
it happened Friday actually.
Okay.
She just ordered a shade.
What did she order?
Shade. Like a shade for the
Oh,
diffuser.
yeah, very weird because if they looked up somebody in their area, like you wouldn't come up.
No,
What's your Stephanie, what's your title?
I'm a certified. I'm not
Yeah,
lead.
so you're not even searchable. That might be a scam. I would call consultant support and just give them the heads up about that. Um, because they're just so sneaky. It's happened to me before.
Really? That they
Yeah,
placed an order
I've
and
had people place orders out of state, had no idea who they were. They never got back to me. And then a few months later, what happens is they say that they never authorized that order, that somebody had their credit card. So guess who owes that money?
oh no.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I would contact Scentsy and just say, hey, this looks kind of fishy. I don't know them. I'm not even searchable yet. I don't know how they would have
Right.
had my information. And, they haven't
Okay.
responded to me yet. So, yeah, just as a heads up. But as far as following up, yes. So if I have people ordering from me multiple times a week, like I can't be sending out multiple thank you cards. Like
Right.
I would just be always at the post office. So, like I said, I simplify my business as best as I can because that's why I do this. That's why I do Scentsy, is because I want to have a happy, simple life that I create. And so I used to do that. And then
Yeah.
Jennifer Anderson was like, why are you doing that? So I broke it down, a schedule of things that I need to do daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. And so I only do mail outs for
Once a
team and customers once a month. So the
Okay.
very first day of the next month, or the very first week of the next month, is when I look at everybody that ordered. And so I'm not sending out 5 thank you cards if they ordered from me 5 times. I'm just sending
Right.
one. And then in that information, because this girl orders all the time, I would be dropping like join information in there all the time. I would just be like, you know,
Join.
yeah, what are you
Yeah.
doing again?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this is like every time you could like write, this is what you would have made off of this purchase, or
Yeah. I mean,
just
she has like a lot of Scentsy stuff, and I met her through a party. I've never met her face to face. I just
mhm,
met her through a party, and that was last year. And she just constantly orders, but she's had Scentsy way before me,
mhm,
and she has so many products. And I'm like, girlfriend, you could have like your own little store. You
yeah.
can show off everything you have,
Yeah. And it
but
takes time for sure. I mean,
yeah,
it's something that I'm actually going to be going over with a little bit for my next title training tomorrow. But it's
okay,
definitely, it takes time. And, you'll have people that you're talking to for 2 years and then they just all of a sudden decide to join.
yeah,
So I would just, not hound her by any means, but just every time she orders, be like, really? You're ordering again? I
yeah,
mean, you could have made, $45 off of this, off of your own
right,
order and not go through me. Like, so
yep.
people join for any reason at all and they're all the right decision for that person. So yeah, just keep up with that. And no, I mean, I send thank yous to everybody. Yes. I have the same people that order from me every month too, but I only do it once a month. um so I'll get my heartfelt handwritten message in the following month, even if they ordered from me on March 1st, they're not getting a handwritten thank you until April 1st, because that is just when I do my handwritten thank yous and post office trip. So Simplify it for yourself. But yeah, everybody gets a thank you. So, yeah, I hope this was somewhat helpful for you guys. Like, don't feel like you have to squirrel around and do a million things, because you don't. Focus on a few things at a time that will build your business and bring you in income. Income producing activities are the only things that you should be working on. And if you want to make samples to create interest, because people like free everything, then make sure that you have that person's information to follow up with them 1 week later after you send it out. And then you can say, "Oh, do you like it?" And they say, "Oh, yeah, I like it. Why don't you order me a bar of that?" And you can say, "Oh, you know what? Better idea. Why don't you get a few people together for a 30-minute scent event instead?" And I'll throw in, you know, a bar free wax, whatever you can afford. But again, the perpetual party reward is a 50% off. So you can decide what is financially sound for you. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming. And for those of you that are watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. If you have questions, drop them below. And I will talk to you guys later.